We gotta call here. It's gonna be this individual.
It's the official COVID podcast.
And there'll be some guy they pull up and it's like, hey.
Has there been one? I guess there has been. Like Jump Street did There's a powwow.
Yeah, I guess that was a COVID podcast.
No, that was pre-COVID.
Well, welcome to episode 2. This is episode 2 of the Tallboyz Bladecast. Before we get started, as always, shout out to our sponsors, The Remedy CBD. They make the finest craft CBD products in the state of Connecticut, located in Wallingford, New Haven, and they have an online presence as well. Make sure you follow them at The Remedy Care, and they're also, as a teaser to later in the episode, will be giving away a small package to our second prize winner for our Tallboyz Quarantine Challenge. So stay tuned to later in the episode to hear how that one turned out. But definitely shout out to The Remedy Care. TJ, love you, man. And yeah, we're right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic right now. I think it's been, what,
it's not AIDS.
What has it been, 5-6 weeks? I feel like every week you just get to Friday.
I feel like it's been over a month and a half, right?
You get to Friday and it just feels like, oh, that's kind of cool. Another week passed. But like you just kind of know it's another week closer. But I don't know. Look, we haven't gotten good information about it. So there's really
Trump already wants to open the country up again. Did you hear that?
Did I? I don't know.
I haven't really heard much about like an end timetable for it, which has been kind of weird. This is the first thing I think I've ever really been a part of in history where there hasn't really been an end date. Like Trump was saying by Easter, and like, you know, that was fucking a week ago, man. And the country seems like it's not getting back to normal. So it's kind of crazy that there's no kind of end in sight, but you know, we're still remaining blading as much as possible, which has been kind of cool, but I don't know. It's just been kind of weird. The rest of the world seems to be burning and changing, but we're just kind of doing things as normal, which is
times
awesome.
They are a changing.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
But how's it affected you guys? I mean, I already work from home, so I haven't really like had too much of an infrastructure change. But has it changed your guys' life a ton? Julian, I mean, you're you're in New York.
Well, you gotta introduce him. Dude.
Oh yeah, should we do a formal introduction?
Give him a formal introduction.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So episode 2, we have a very special guest, a young man I met probably 2 years ago, just about big in the New York scene, currently out of, where are you at, in Manhattan right now?
I guess. Yeah, Washington Heights, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah. Originally from New Jersey, right?
Yep.
Julian Hinch, man. Welcome to the show.
What part of New Jersey?
Princeton.
Trash town. Shout out.
Full of shitty people.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're like, it was kind of firsthand affected you because you're in New York and it's been like, that's like a hotbed area right now. What's it like there? Is it kind of a ghost town?
No, it's just a lot of people panicking. Definitely not a ghost town. It's still packed. I'd say, yeah, the rest of the country looks more like a ghost town. But yeah, just a lot of people trying to get groceries, just live their life. But now it's definitely more difficult, you know, and there's no recreational opportunities anymore, no parks open, things like that. So
I heard a ton of people are still in like Central Park and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can do your little jog, but that gets old after a while. I mean,
yeah,
I always went walking every day, but you know.
Is there a mask like rule?
There is, yeah, as of 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they made it a rule.
Which is the 17th of April for anyone listening to this in the future.
Yeah.
As of April 17th or something, there was a mask law in New York. You have to wear it if you're in like a public space.
Yeah, yep. Basically, if you're not, you know, on an empty sidewalk or whatever, and you have to have one with you.
Okay.
So how's it affect you? Are you just working from home now?
Yeah. I was moved to work from home, which has been kind of good, kind of bad. Roommates left me the apartment, so I was just kind of hanging out there by myself.
Oh shit, you're by yourself?
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just really bored.
Just been jerking off a bunch.
What's that?
Have you been skating at all, or no? Have people been skating in New York?
Yeah,
or
there's been
kind of been on hold?
I mean, so the biggest difference is the train is pretty much useless. So you can't really go anywhere So
but you took Metro
the only
North here?
Yeah, but Metro North was, I mean, it was just empty. There was nobody on it, which I assume is about as safe as it gets, right? Because
I thought like
people on it.
But the subway's not working?
The subway actually gets crowded sometimes. It works, but it's only like every half an hour.
Oh, okay.
And if you wait half an hour, it's gonna get crowded because usually it comes every 2 minutes, So
yeah,
it's not really somewhere you want to be, and it's just a lot of like homeless people too, that kind of thing. So it's definitely just not what it used to be. It's not. You're not gonna get to Brooklyn in any sort of reasonable time frame. And you're gonna see some shit along the way.
Damn, I didn't know you were by yourself, man. That's boring.
Yeah, I think about like it sucks, right? Like you can't go out and skate and do the things you want to do. But I think of all the people out there who lost their jobs and are living alone. Like how lonely they must be.
Sure, yeah. My situation's pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, all of us. Look at us. 3 people sitting around a table. We all still have our jobs. We all have the capability to work from home. Like, I think they said, 4 million, 6 million. Some people are unemployed because of this.
Yeah, they're big numbers. Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
A lot of people I know are in that situation.
I know. When everything just gets put on hold for 2 months, what are businesses supposed to do? It's been weird watching them scramble to try to come up with a plan.
Businesses who was it? Who was the fast food chain that's not paying rent right now or refusing to pay rental property rent?
The one that I was talking about?
Yeah, I thought that was Cheesecake.
The Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. So it's they're allowed to do that. But it's the regular people in New York that are paying $1,500 in rent.
Well, I think if you didn't pay that, there wouldn't be that many consequences. I mean, it depends on your landlord, but
so I think it's more that I think Dave and I had talked about this. So whoever's out there listening, if you've paid your rent for the last year or two, right? Every month it's on time, you got the full amount, and you just lost your job and you're screwed. You don't have any money. Dude, your landlord, if you come and say, hey, I got half the money, I just lost my job, I'll give you the rest when I have it, they're not going to kick you out, dude. But I will tell you, I do know people who did lose their job.
Did
lose their job.
And
they lost their job, and their landlords, they don't care. They're like, well, we still want that money,
in Connecticut? Or New York? New York?
New York, yeah.
New York landlords are out for blood. I'm not surprised by that.
Jesus.
It's vicious.
But yeah. So it hasn't really affected any of us too much, which is kind of nice. And we've actually been sort of taking advantage of it. We've put out a couple videos, Corona sessions, which has been kind of fun, just skating a little bit and kind of packaging our videos, if you will, into a slightly different format and just, I don't know, documenting us skating during a global pandemic.
I mean, 6 people max. It's not like
it's
not like we're getting in with 15 people.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's clear the air on that, because people have certainly messaged us, and it's weird because we're skating and some people think it's a reckless act, but in real reality, you and I, Dave, we live together. We're working here all the time, right? We're in this house 22 hours a day because of this quarantine. So I really don't think if you and I go out to one street spot for an hour, I don't think that's the worst thing.
Well, not when you see every fucking person that we live in this apartment complex going on a walk for 1 hour a day. It's
right.
When they normally wouldn't, it's dude, I don't know. It's not like we're doing anything.
And they're all walking the same way, It's they're all walking the same way and then breathing in everyone's germs.
That fucking, the Rona breath, dude, come on.
That Wuhan breath.
I think for social distancing, skating works a little bit better than a lot of sports.
Unless you're filming fisheye.
It depends who's filming. But, it's a contact sport, but you're not making contact with other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of nice because you can do it. When executed correctly, social distancing and skating can happen.
Yeah, I mean, the cop that we ran into in Waterbury, it was like they just rolled up. They didn't even really say anything. And who was it? Kiko was like, "Hey, we're skating. We're social distancing. We're all 6 feet apart. There's less than 10 of us or less than 5 of us, and that's it."
And they were like, "All right, just get out of here." Like they were fine. Like,
they were just like, "Okay."
Because it was true.
I think the cops, they've seen it all.
So weird too, because
especially
the only place I see bike cops is Waterbury, dude. Yeah. It's so weird.
But if you hit them with that logic, right? Like you tell them, "Hey, we've been cooped up in our house the last 4 or 5 weeks too. We're being safe. We're not like at a skate park with 40, 50 people." Like,
I'm more sketched out about going to a skate park than I am about street skating, because it's like,
streets are
dude, they're all like coming to a skate park because like that's the only place they think they can skate. Like,
absolutely. And let me ask you this: has in New York, have they started taking any extreme measures?
Yeah, they dump in like sand and shit.
Yeah, they've been. I think one of my friends got a ticket for skating inside a park. It depends on the park though. The one in the Heights is there's a lot of other issues in the park that are a little bit more pressing, so they're not really very worried about people skating.
I guess if you were a bum, you'd be like, "This is a place to hang out."
Yeah. So, but in some of the other parks, like, forget about it. Especially the downtown Manhattan parks. I mean, that's where everything's really the most locked down, I'd say. And as you go out, further away from the center of the city, everything's a little bit, more loose.
Damn.
I've seen some beautiful like photography though, of just like abandoned places, like Times Square abandoned, like, right? Just
I took a bike ride through it, and it was pretty. I've never experienced that level of quiet in New York. I mean,
it's fucking like,
it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Like especially like Central Park West. This areas are deserted, and usually it's full. It's
almost eerie, horns. Right?
Yeah, but it's nice. I like a little quiet here and there.
I got a friend from high school, this guy Tom Hengy. He actually does photography, and man, he's getting on the map because of what you're talking about. He's taking pictures of, Times Square and all these places that are notoriously packed with people, and it's been kind of cool seeing it, man. But
I've seen some people do like long time lapses where, if you take like a long time lapse, you're taking multiple photos. It's not actually like video. And so like if you take a ton of photos, right, and you overlay, say like someone moved through the whole frame, because you have so many frames where that person isn't, you can overlay that on top and actually create a photo where there's no one there, which has been done in New York, but like now it's like it looks deserted. It's crazy. Like, I saw a New York Times article where it was like all the famous like New York places that just are deserted.
Has this like crazy. Been the craziest time you've been living in New York? Yeah, Julian, how long have you actually been in New York?
I moved to New York in 2013, so 7 years now.
Okay, word. And you said originally from Princeton, so you grew up there your whole life, and then...
Yeah, I grew up skating in the suburbs and whatnot, and then just went to school in New York, so I moved then, and pretty quickly fell into like the scene once I got there, because everyone's so friendly, and it's really easy to find people to skate with. Whatnot.
It has a similar vibe, like when we were there. I feel like to New Haven. It seems very, like Ivy League kind of area.
I think what's different in New York is you can run into people skating that weren't even on your radar at all. You don't know them, your friends don't know them. They just sort of appear at the skate parks, and you can have a conversation with them.
Dude, you know what's even crazier though is that we think we've seen it all. Like, we think we know just about everyone at this point, and still we'll be at a skate park. And not too long ago, we were at Edgewood, and there was 3 girls who rolled up on like quads, and then 3 other people on aggressives that we had never met before. Like 3-4 months ago, Dave and I were outnumbered by other groups of bladers. It was the most absurd thing ever, man. It's like the fucking Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I remember back home just hanging out at the local skate park and meeting all sorts of rollerbladers that would come through random hours of the day, random days of the week. I went there like after school and stuff, and I would meet, mostly older dudes that just like used to rollerblade or just were in the area, saw me skating, pulled in, It's pretty cool.
So when did you start? Like, what year? Was you, like, elementary school years or, like, slightly after?
I started when I was 10, but they opened a skate park in my town when I was 12. Or maybe even a little older. But that's when things sort of started picking up, and I met some
Was
other
it a good park?
Yeah, a great park.
Concrete?
Yeah, They did a good job with it, and so it sort of started to.
I'm kind of mad that, like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like more parks have been built in the last 3 years than my whole life. And growing up, I had just shit skate parks, like shit, complete shit.
Yeah, I think we, growing up, we sort of made the best of the parks that we had.
Which is so weird to me because
there
it was
a lot
like
of falling apart skate parks, though. But
like
sometimes those were really fun,
I don't know, mine weren't.
Yeah,
I feel you. Sometimes it's like,
not all
it's
the
a
time.
shithole, but it's our shithole kind of mentality,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, I don't even think I told you this. Like, I remember as a kid, I mean, because I'm a millennial, and that's like you grew up watching Jackass, and you were part of the X Games, and that's what got me into it. And, like, I remember I think it was like 5th grade or 6th grade or something, my buddy, we wrote a letter to the mayor to have a skate park in Hamden, and, like, obviously got shut down, but, like, we wrote to the fucking mayor about a skate park, and, like, they didn't throw it in. Like,
Wow. They didn't build it?
No, hell no.
So one question I did have about the Yung Julian origin story. So what were, like, the eras of Julian skating wise? Because hold on, because if anybody knows you personally and knows where your skating's at now, I feel like it's very influenced from a specific time period in skating. It's almost time stamped to, like, somewhere in the 2000s, like the late 2000s.
I'm definitely not. I was never a baggy pants skater. But whatever came after that, that's sort of what I aspired
like the rocker kind of shit.
Yes, but early, like right after baggy pants, I'd say.
Like Vibrolux alongside of Be Unique, kind of.
Yeah.
Like don't drop your hat. Don't do the dramatic pick your hat back up kind of era.
Yeah.
Was it the let me put it a different way. Was it the shoelace belt era?
It's before the pros got tattoos.
Before the rocker era.
Yeah,
before
they
the
got
super
tattoos.
like jean vest.
No, before
era.
that.
Before
yeah,
that.
T-shirts.
Okay.
T-shirts.
I got
you
you.
know, and
it's almost shoestring belt era.
And like I think that the pros that I emulate were probably about 19 years old.
Yeah. that was going to be another
I considered
question.
their best, like
of like the eras skating wise. Like, who were some of those people you looked up to growing up?
I mean, John was a generation before me in New Jersey, but he was the shit.
How old is he? Do you
He's
know?
older than me. I mean, by a good bit.
But you're
I don't
young.
know. Yeah, I'm 24.
He's got to be close to my age.
I don't know how old he is.
He's got to be 30 at least.
But he would hang out with Eric Stokely and like Ricky and like Chris Daffick and
yeah, dude.
Those guys, they all moved, I think, out west right as I was just beginning to like skate for real. So I kind of missed that crew, but
damn,
they
man.
definitely paved the road.
That was like a cool New Jersey
era,
era,
the
man.
barbecue
That was
and all
sick.
that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that like vividly. That's sick.
Yeah,
That's so
and
dope.
then all the Philly guys like the Kelsas, but
Did you ever kind of like dip your feet in the Philly scene too?
not until later. I missed all that stuff. I was just too young. I had to ask my parents' permission to, I couldn't drive or anything, so.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I never really went to New York that much, even though I was a train ride away.
I really didn't start going to New York until I moved there, to be honest. I only been there a couple times.
Dude, I still have never, like, skated a lot of the spots in New York, too. We're due for New York trip.
Definitely. I would love to. Definitely when all this COVID shit winds down a little bit, we definitely got to crash at your place and do the same thing, because you're always coming here, man.
Yeah, well, as I said, we'll be lucky if there still is a New York place, given the way that my roommates are moving out, so I'm going to be...
They're moving out?
They're moving out, so I'm going to be finding a new housing situation coming
Potentially
up. Potentially
in Connecticut.
But don't they if they're on a lease, don't they have to still pay out?
Oh, yeah, at least ends in June, so we got until then. Yeah, they're on the hook then.
Oh, okay.
But after that, the lease is over, and we're gonna probably go separate directions. So
shit,
I'll be in the wind, as they say.
It's fucking way she goes, bud.
Way she fucking goes.
But yeah, I'm pumped though. I'm pumped that you're gonna be around here more, man, because we're certainly pushing forward regardless of all this nonsense with making more shit. I mean, right now...
Nonsense.
What?
I don't know. The way you worded it was funny.
Yeah. But personally, like, I don't know. I feel like we've actually been busy. Like, we've been working, and then right after, we've been hitting the video shit hard. Like, since, just a little check since last podcast. Since last podcast, we put out the B-sides. A little too long. Let's just say that. I liked it. I liked the raw format, and I've never made anything like that. But maybe a little shorter next time. But I liked it.
Yeah, just a little bit shorter.
Just a little shorter. And
what was the runtime on that? 43 minutes?
53 minutes. 53.
Just gotta keep it. That's what I said. I mean, you gotta at least keep it under an hour, right?
And then no. But
well, you came with me with 43 minutes, and I was like, well, shit. I wanted at least just. I have 10, just like here.
And then do you remember you just looked back at me and you were just like, fuck it, let's get it to an hour at this point.
I mean, like, whatever.
And then also so besides that, like I mentioned, we've put out 2 Corona Sessions videos. So if you haven't already watched those, check them out. One had the coronavirus rap song. I'm pretty pumped about that, because you know what? I will say, Rob Dargowitz, shout out to Rob. He was one of the first people that showed me, if not the first person who showed me that song. And I looked at the song, and on YouTube, it had said it had come out like 5 or 6 days ago. So I'm like, someone's gonna make a viral rollerblading video with this rap song. So I don't know, time was of the essence, man. So I just did that. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
So I think we have some news to announce tonight. All right.
What's the news?
Well, we had a little video challenge recently.
We do, but we'll get to that later. Hang on.
Pivot back.
But
sorry, I'm not looking at the official script.
Yeah, it's all right. We have a very loosely based script. It's a couple things. It's a couple bullet points, but so yeah, I was just saying the Corona Sessions has been cool. Really excited and really proud to say that I've been working on a project with Tad Labazetta. You know, he's been a big part of the New York scene for a long time. So him and I have been working on an edit for the last 7-8 months.
I loved how Jump Street was like, when they mentioned Ted, they were like, he's a New York guy. I think he's originally from Connecticut, but he's a New York guy.
Yeah. So it's cool that, like, I don't know, that he's such a big part of all of that, and I've had the chance to, like, and all of us have had the chance to skate and film with him a bunch. So that'll probably be dropping next week. I'm proud as fuck to say that.
It'll be good. It's a hitter.
It's a hitter. And then, in a separate announcement that Julian wasn't going to mention, but we're also making him a section. He's been filming pretty heavy the last year. We have some clips as well of him, so I'm hoping to do a section of him, along with Mark. Big Mark, still filming Mark Boyda. So, I don't know, a lot of things in the work, but Julian, I'm fucking stoked and happy to make a section for you.
Yeah, these clips ain't gonna publish themselves, so you know.
I know it'll be fun to put them together, man. I'm psyched on it. And then while we're still doing all that, the full feature.
Wait! You film them all at 60?
Huh?
Did you film them all at 60 frames per second?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just
we'll have to get back to that.
Clarification.
Back to that later.
Oh man. All right.
Just convert them.
It doesn't exactly work that way, but we can make do.
All right. Talk about that.
There's software.
Well, since Julian kind of ruined our mojo and ruined our momentum here for the quarantine challenge, we can now talk about it. I think now it's time. It's about 25 minutes into the episode. Let's announce it. Let's go over the winners. If anyone didn't see the video, the promotional video, Dave, about two and a half weeks ago, poured a beer into his rollerblade boot, shotgun, or, drank the whole beer, put it on, did a trick on the P-rail, and basically said that everybody had 2 weeks to try their best alcohol-related skate trip. Hardest trick, creativity, comedic value, all taken into consideration. But what we deem the best with a bipartisan judge panel, we are going to be announcing 2 winners tonight. One of which, the first prize, will be receiving a pair of hyper juvenile delinquent wheels, color of their choice, either black or white.
63 mil. I don't even think they say the durometer on here. I skated them a little bit. They're
got more than a few A.
Well, yeah, he gets either black or white.
60,
they don't say
63,
actually.
You said, and question mark A.
Yeah, question mark
Not
A.
sure what is A anyway. I think
durometer.
Durometer? Yeah, but what is 1A?
What do you mean 1A?
Like, you know how rollerblade wheels are like up to 90A? Or like 80 to 90A?
It comes from... What's his name?
It comes from the guy who's like named like...
Alberts.
Yeah.
Alberts. Yeah, and he developed the durometer scale to base hardness levels for I don't think just urethane, but it's like a device they use. It's like a...
So urethane, is it plastic or is it rubber?
It's actually a oil product. It's an oil product.
Okay.
Polyurethane.
Urethane.
Polyurethane.
Yeah, it's plastic.
So yeah, it's he developed the scale to test how hard the material is, and that's why we call it. I mean, that's like the rumor why it's called A, because it's based off Albert's scale.
Okay, all right.
The first place winner will win a pair of hyper wheels. Josh Weaver, a.k.a. Drip Lord, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, man. He had...
The Lord of Drip.
Yeah, Drip Lord had a phenomenal entry, and when I just talked about the criteria, he really hit it all, man. Overall toughness of the trick.
Yeah.
Comedic value. He had a great opening monologue.
It was great.
And just a great all-around submission. So congratulations, man. I was really pumped to see that. And if you haven't checked that out,
I mean, I wouldn't drink. I would drink a beer over. I would chug a beer over a Red Bull any day, for damn sure.
Sure. So we'll play it just in honor of Drip Lord winning. I'll play it over the mic as loud as possible, and we can kind of watch it to relive the moment.
What's up, Tallboyz? Saw that challenge you posted. You know I'm sober. Sorry I'm not drinking. I don't do that type of stuff. I probably pour a whole bottle of Henny in this Solomon, you know what I mean? Chug it, but then I come to Connecticut, rob your family's house. So for now, we're just gonna do this Red Bull. All that, you mean? Oh my God, that's a lot.
Right now, he's chugging out of his used boot.
Were those like thrift
yeah,
Solomons?
those aren't the ones he's wearing. Oh no, he's gonna put it on. That's foul.
Put that boot on. Oh, that's nice and wet. That's how I like it.
Yeah, nothing like a nice wet rollerblade.
I always say, once he does the first Royale lock, you know he's in. He's got it.
And then flawless cab back Savannah.
And the cess out.
Cab back Savannah cess out. Yeah, for sure. In the mini pipe barn. Epic.
Yeah, that is epic. His friend has like a little barn with a mini in it, so I thought that was awesome. It was pretty hard. Out of the 10 plus people that we got, I think that was hands down the best one. So congratulations, Drip Lord. We'll be sending you a pair of wheels. We'll DM you, get your address.
Get what you want, black or white.
Hell yeah. And then we do have one more winner, a second place winner. This one was a little bit, I didn't see this one coming, to be honest with you. This one was a late entry, and really came from, I think, again, the creativity side, bringing in a unique aspect to the challenge. So yeah, you guys want to do another drum roll?
Sure.
The winner is, of the second place, Dylan Hopp! So yeah, Dylan Hopp, congratulations. The second place prize is going to be the CBD package from the Remedy Care CBD in Wallingford, Connecticut. Again, follow them at the Remedy Care. So yeah, great products. We'll be sending you a small CBD package to your house, I believe, in North Carolina. So again, I thought he had a great submission as well. He, if for anybody that didn't see his as well, he was pulled in on a dirt bike. It was like, I guess because of quarantine, shit's going crazy down there. Somebody just bought a dirt bike onto the skate park.
He had like the full gear on too.
I think that's pretty normal. I've seen many dirt bikes at skate parks.
So
but
yeah.
not in the full gear though, like with the helmet and the suit.
So he just starts off, he's like drinking a beer, and then the guy just pulls him and he does like a huge 180. It's a little hard to see because it's like a little far away, but you can tell it's Buck, man.
Yeah, it was sick, man.
Yeah, we'll relive it. That's a dirt bike. Chugging a beer.
I thought that was a little bird.
Was it a 3?
No, it was
One?
like a big.
One?
It was like a transfer 180, I think.
It looked huge. I wish I had another angle for it.
But you can just tell it how fucking stoked everyone else gets, you know? So yeah, congratulations, Dylan, man. That was an awesome one, and kind of a cool. He gave us a shout out. It definitely got us like a couple people who found out about it from that.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
So yeah, shout out to Dylan Hopp and everybody else who entered, man. Like I said, we didn't get like an overwhelming amount. I'd like to see more, but I thought Rob's too. Rob Dargowitz, you know, key member of the Tallboy crew. He had a very good honorable mention.
For sure, honorable mention. Yeah.
Honorable.
The beer can through the box or beer bottles.
So
Creativity was good.
He very creative. So,
he doesn't realize how creative he is.
So yeah, Rob, we'll do a quick relive.
Yeah, I had to watch it like 3 times to realize that was what Bridgeport Park was that? Rampage, yeah. He just loves grinding his truck, you know.
Right, while grinding on a truck.
His truck, yeah. Loved it.
Pretty successful, man. Pretty successful first challenge. So thank you everyone who sent us in a submission. Trip Lord, Dylan, we'll get in contact with you soon and send out your package. But congratulations again, and thanks for entering.
You.
All right. Well, I'm thinking also we were talking a little bit earlier about some notable things that have come out recently. So I think, again, despite the global pandemic, there has been some good content to watch. We were talking about Calls from the Bank. You guys see Calls from the Bank?
Sick
Great
video.
one.
Sick video. I mean, do you think it's the video of 2020 so far?
I mean, I think so. Like, it might be. I think the other one that I think we would have probably talked about is the Achete video.
Is it Achete?
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
But those are the two that really stick out for me.
For me, for sure.
Have you seen the Calls from the Bank video?
Yeah, that one I saw. The other one I'm not sure. The Haitian man.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah,
tonight.
we gotta watch it.
I'll show it to you. I have it.
Show me it.
I downloaded it. It's fucking like it's It's all hammers, dude. All hammers. He showed me a video of him doing
a little benchy.
He's doing a bench on my. So Julian's gonna, I think, stay with us for a little bit of June, the month of June, and
probably against our best interest.
Yeah, for sure. But I have a full rack for lifting and shit, and he showed me benching on my rack right now. That's dope. Hell yeah. Welcome to my dojo.
Up, bro. Yeah, 6 weeks no gym and I still got it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. I never bench like anymore. Never ever. I just like got in the habit of just doing push-ups and shit.
What's your like?
Gotta keep those pecs tight.
That's
man.
a good. That actually is a good. That's a good topic. What's your like off skate workout?
I do a lot. I mean, so I recently started doing tumbling as well, but I've been doing. I was doing a lot of boxing stuff, going to classes and doing like all the workouts, jumping rope and whatever. Been jogging, bicycling. I lifted weights for like 7 years. Just like pretty much always been going to the gym and whatever. So, but
do you keep it cardio? Do you keep it lifting? I mean, you mix it up.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get into specifics.
Because like I
never did enough like weightlifting to really like gain weight, like get gains and stuff. So I always just tried to like stay mean and lean, and you know I don't really pay attention to my diet that much either. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. But I think the boxing was really my favorite. And
I think the cardio definitely helps.
And just like all the different stances and like the footwork, I think really help for skating and keeping you just like really light on your feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what like do you guys find to be helpful to skating? I mean, for me, obviously it's skiing. Like skiing helps me the most with rollerblading, but like I don't know, like I think running and anything with just like getting your feet quick, any activity.
Yeah, I think soccer even is really helpful.
Soccer.
Yeah. A lot of rollerbladers play soccer. I think hockey and soccer are like the two big ones because like the sports where it's like good to be low to the ground and really quick with your feet, like really coordinated.
I mean, I came from hockey.
Hockey's like the obvious one. I actually tell people that are just learning to rollerblade to act like they have an invisible hockey stick, and it helps you get your posture right to like lean into your strides. Like
you're sitting in a chair.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I just lift, and I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think it's good. It definitely helps with injury prevention.
Yeah, the squatting definitely helps. It's just I figure because I only work out 3 days a week, if that, and when I do, it's just powerlifting, so it's like heavy.
But that's what you
squats, heavy deadlifts. But I try to time it so that if I do them, it's early in the week, and then by the end of the weekend, I have to my legs aren't shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess another thing is the boxing classes really taught me how to stretch properly, which I never did before. And now I realize stretching can really help your recovery time from anything.
Yo, Dave is like one of the few people actually that we skate with who I swear does like this thing where he doesn't even put his skates on and will just like in his shoes stretch for 5 or 10 minutes beforehand.
It's so like usually when I pull up to the spot, I'm so excited.
Dude, you do. It's like it's inspiring.
No, you have to.
But yeah, it really helps. Even just a light warm up though on the skates.
I don't do it
really
after
helps.
though. A lot of people say you got to do it after too.
I think the worst thing you can do is just try a hard trick like without anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just if you roll around, hop on a little bench or something.
Even a lot of people say like
get your feet under you. You know.
A lot of people say like you got to get your heart rate before you even stretch.
Yeah.
Is actually a thing?
I would say definitely. No, it's not your heart rate, just to limber up your muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
get the blood pumping.
Yeah, exactly.
That goes against like what we've been doing the last like couple weeks for whatever reason. I feel like we've been warming up on down rails. You know, first spot you just go there. And it's
I don't know why we're doing.
All right, man, let's get it.
I don't know why. It's just it just happened. I don't know.
It wakes you up. It makes you.
That's for sure. Yeah, especially when you fall.
Yeah, it was just like a 2-week stint of just no ledges, just straight to rails.
Because, like, again, we're both still working full time. So by the time we both get out of work, it's like, shit, we gotta, like, make it happen in an hour before the sun goes down. I mean, we've been skating at night, too, but...
I need lights. Well, I'll order some lights with that stimulus. I'm feeling stimulated. I'll get some lights for summer, for sure. So, like, when the sun goes down, it's still warm. We could still skate and film and shit. I mean, I'll fucking... I don't know.
You think summer's canceled?
Anyone listening recommend some lights? I don't know, man. It's not for skating, but, you know, everything else, yeah.
Maybe. It might not be.
I don't know. I'm on the debate of, like, do I just get, like, work lights or do I get, like, LED, like, studio lights? I don't know yet.
Just get one more of the one that you have on your camera.
No. You need something bigger. You need something like... Those are 160 LCDs, so you need at least 500. More like 600 LCDs.
I don't know about it.
They're pretty bright. If you have two of them, especially, because you can focus them. But, I don't know. I talked to Torres a little bit about that. And he said he uses one spot, like, 560, 600 LCD. And then he has the onboard 160. Or, well, he has, like, a curved one now. He's a curved one
I think
now.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If you're filming Browski, you gotta have the best gear.
But it's all about light footprint. That's why I like, or I asked him. And Robbie told me to just ask Torres.
Yeah, so. I guess Robbie and Torres know about
Robbie, I mean, I asked Robbie too.
All the good filming techniques and everything.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not a fucking filmer. Like, yeah, I asked Robbie because he told me it's all about...
It is kind of funny. Like, I keep saying that too. Like, dude, we're nobodies, right? But, like, the momentum's building, man. I was saying to him, we're on, like, we're on year 2 of, like, a 5-year plan, you know?
Just, yeah. Keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, keep the ball rolling. Because, like, people don't know, but people
I know
what the Tallboyz got.
And
they don't know it yet, but they want it. They want it.
And I asked Robbie and people like that because they're professionals in their field, and I don't know, like, what I'm talking... I know... basis photography
and in a day of content where everyone can create their own shit, we want to make sure that our stuff looks right, and that's why end of the day it takes some time sometimes.
I even sat in on a LCD lighting studio talk actually in New Haven, that one at Digital Surgeons. I even sat in on one and I still walked away like I have no idea what the fuck I just listened to. Color accuracy, I guess, like, it's not 100% accurate with LCDs, but whatever, man. I've seen a lot of good stuff with work lights as well.
You remember Eric?
All I know is LCDs have come a long way. You don't need to use HMIs or whatever, the really high burning shit with like a
the ones from Home Depot.
Yeah, like work light. Not even Home Depot, but like the shit you need to have like a lot of output. Like you need a what do you call it, generator? Yeah. You don't need that shit anymore, I don't think. Like you can get a similar output with LCDs, work lights or whatnot.
That's good because the generator is
bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't want to carry around a generator. Nah. But prices on gas are low.
Yeah. Good time to buy gas, folks.
Trade it back, get a refund.
Buy a little, sell a little, Store it in your swimming pool.
Yeah.
Fill her up. Fill her up with regular.
Anything else come out recently that you guys think is notable?
Oh shit, that's what we were talking about.
What about the Be Unique doc? You see that?
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. It was funny because I actually
did you
I
see it?
With those guys, some of them still.
Did you see it when it came out?
Yeah. What was it called?
No Difference.
No Difference with the KNOW. Yeah, I've seen that a few times now.
What the fuck?
I feel like I like the last from freestyle rolling.
I saw. I know it is now that I saw it, but like when you're like the second person to tell me like, oh no, yeah, I saw that.
There's a couple really good lines. There's this one of like an old school Austin Paz and like big baggy gear, and he's just like, they're like, what kind of music you guys listen to when you guys do that? He's like, I like Green Day. He's like, I've been listening to Green Day forever.
Oh really?
It's a good
There's
part.
some like funny snippets where you're like, oh man, that's funny.
Fun fact: Jim Jones is in that video.
Yeah, and I love at the end when the guy's like,
Dip skate.
yo man,
No, I got shout out Dip Skate.
and he's like,
I kept
Fucking Jim
he
Jones.
kept going up stairs and downstairs. I'm like, yeah, no, Jim, this is Jim Jones section. You gotta come down and see this.
Couldn't believe
no,
that.
but just at the end when the guy's like, yo, when I die, fucking bury me in my skates. It was like, damn.
Calvin Styles, yeah.
It's something like that. That's paraphrase, of course.
Yeah.
They were dead serious back then. I don't think anybody now would care that much about skating.
But it's a cool time capsule of like, you
Yeah.
know, the New York scene back then.
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I don't know. I
think
haven't know much
it
about
was good at the
being
time,
newer
but
and
I
all.
think eventually people had too much creativity, and they, you can't all be, gangster skaters. Like someone at some point has to, burst the bubble and just like do something different. So I think skating is bound to just evolve. It's never.
Would you
gonna
say
be
that
frozen
is?
Do you
in
think
time.
it's like
Hypocritical?
everything? It's always evolving.
Yeah, skating can't be frozen.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking deep.
That was deep. Yeah.
It can't be, but I think
I will say though, because I never saw it before, I waited 15 years for that documentary. That Fish's soul down the kink into the tennis court. That was
that's,
fucking. That's one of the
Chambers
biggest tricks
Street.
I've ever fucking seen.
Oh yeah.
That rail's not there anymore.
No,
right?
it's still there.
Oh, it's still
It's
there?
just so big you'd never even think about
Yeah,
it.
no one would ever.
Yeah.
No one's
It's
ever
still there.
landed that shit.
Yeah, it's on
I
Chambers
know
Street and
Jeff Howard almost
Stuyvesant
landed it
High.
too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, someone did like the kink rail too. There's like a kink rail, and then there's that bigger rail. Alex Nunez did the bigger rail.
Yep,
But he
I
didn't
remember
drop
that,
into
yeah.
the tennis court. I feel like I've seen Bailey do bigger things than that though in other tricks, but I guess it's just.
You could always say.
I don't know.
You could always equivalent it to something bigger,
It's
but like
big.
that shit.
It's big.
Never was landed. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy though. That
Yeah,
someone
Jeff Howard
attempted
tried
it.
it too.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, it's
My favorite part was like the B-roll of after, and like Casey Garrity was in it.
Oh,
and
he's
he
just
was
hopping around on one foot.
Yeah, and Casey was just like,
This is nuts.
I don't know, like that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know if that's ever gonna be done.
Never.
I don't think it's
never.
it's like jumping out
no
of a
one.
two-story
No one
building.
should ever try that.
It's
either.
not. Yeah, it's not a good idea. I mean, Billy.
Maybe
he
for your
skates
next
a lot of
section.
spots that are in my.
Is that your
neighborhood.
ender?
What? No. I was just saying a lot of the tricks that he did in his videos are like things that I walk past on a daily basis, and some big gaps that he did. I don't think. I mean, the Vietnam Vets Memorial gap.
Even the rolling that he does.
The Staten Island, that spot is nuts. It's huge. What's it called? The gaps at City College and up there on 3333 Broadway. This massive double set. He did like a 5, a wall ride, everything.
Oh, the big double set with the wall on the right.
Yeah, everybody knows
Jesus
that spot.
Christ.
Yeah, and that's just when you walk by it, you're like,
The 5 is
it's just
insane.
so
One of the
big.
craziest tricks
It's
I've
so
ever seen.
big, and it's not a great.
is
gap.
it just one of those spots that makes your like ass tingle a little bit? You know.
Oh yeah.
Was
For
Franco
sure.
the one who did he rail to rail it or did he disaster it?
There's no rail there.
No, I thought there was a rail in the middle. No?
No.
Or maybe not. I'm thinking of a different trick or spot then.
Yeah. It's a pretty.
Fucking crazy spot though.
Yeah.
Crazy
it's,
spot.
It's a classic and it's big.
In most spots you roll up to that are famous, you're like, oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought.
Yeah, maybe.
If it's like a rail or
I mean,
some
the
sort of
best spots
feature,
look
but a
big,
gap.
But they're not.
Yeah, the best
But that's-
spots. The best
yeah.
spots. I would say. I don't know.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know.
I think most spots you go to, you see in a video or you see from a picture or whatever, you think when you go up to it, you're like, yeah, man, I can do this. You start thinking about the stuff that you can do on it, and then you roll up to it and you realize, like, oh, man, I barely even can fucking hit this thing. You gotta figure it out first.
Yeah.
You were thinking about 2 tricks ahead of, like, just getting on, and now you can barely get on, you know?
Yeah, that's why I try to
Number one
only
thing to do is lower
think about.
expectations.
That's why I try to only think about tricks about spots that I particularly know.
Don't think of the trick in your head and then try
Let
to
it
do
come to you.
Yeah.
If it's something
Yeah.
you don't know about,
Think about what
if it's
you're
a
doing
tour,
and then just try to
exactly.
finalize it.
I was saying to him earlier, where I go, man, like most of the time you don't return to a lot of these spots that you think you're going to. So I say to you, I legit go there, try to do the best possible trick I can do, and I go for it, you know what I mean?
Without getting hurt.
But yeah, you also have a different mindset because the skiing thing, which is awesome. I think a lot of people see that and you're skating, like they're like, keep doing fucking front sides, man. Like that's the lowest front side I've ever seen, like over on that spot, you know what I mean? Like that's dope. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, I did see front side of kink, which is not easy.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah, front side of kink is fucking scary, dude.
Easy. Yeah, I don't know. I to me,
it's a very
front side of
very much a
ski
trick
crazy.
Too.
So you say that, but like if I roll up to that spot, dude, that's the only trick I'm going to try. Like I can't do anything else on it. Maybe I can soul it, maybe some other trick, but like I don't have all these like switch ups on deck.
It's
like,
such a different thing, man. Kinks are such a different animal.
Kinks, yeah, it's all about like not sending it. You want to do it in like a very controlled way.
Yeah.
Like you want to like for instance not wax the down part because
I always told
you can use it as a break.
Exactly. And I always like I don't know, and this is why when we're filming Mark and shit, I always like watch what he's doing, what he's waxing and shit, and it's usually only just the downs and never the middle. And
there's a technique to it. Every
it
rail
is definitely
can be done.
a technique.
That's why a farmer can do any rail he just walks up to.
Dude, I don't know what that is.
But it's just technique. It's technique. There's nothing else.
I'd love to see farmer like actually front to back how he does it, like a full down, like the crazy triple kinks and shit. I don't know. I just like I feel like there's definitely
make yourself like a spring and just sort of ride that rail, just surf it and try to stay as slow as you can.
It's so crazy.
Once you get speed on a kink rail, you're done because you're just gonna either kink is gonna become a little ramp and you're gonna lose contact with the rail.
But like for my shit, from hitting stuff fast and just going at it comes from skiing because like a lot of the rails and like obstacles are like 30 40 sometimes like 50 60 feet if it's like a huge rail, you know what I mean,
and you're just sending it. I mean there's no, I don't know, it's not a lot of you like we were saying, like you can't really control to the level of like you can on blades. It's different.
Yeah,
way different.
It is way different.
You don't have the control that you have.
You really don't.
No.
It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like
plastic on metal. I mean, there's a lot more control there. I think.
Yeah.
What would you say? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not very good at skiing.
I mean, like I snowboard.
I know for
and it's like
you do sometimes want to huck it, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes when you do it in a controlled, the correct speed kind of way.
I tried a triple kink once, and like I could never get the third kink. Just because I was going too fast.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on
it depends on the rail.
The rail too, and what type of metal.
And I feel like depends on the metal, and I feel like
dirt on it. You
got to rub dirt on it and shit. Like I feel like it was just I never figured out that formula.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So does that mean in the next Dave Gunn section, there's gonna have to be a triple kink,
Man,
along with
so you're talking just 3 downs, right?
Hurricane
3 downs
fish,
and 2 straights. I've done that.
No, it was 4 downs.
Oh, 4 downs.
4 downs.
Along with hurricane fish.
Yeah, how would you classify it?
I'd say a double.
Because
kink. It's about the number of. Like one kink is like one. Everyone knows what a one kink.
One kink is 2 downs.
Yeah, and then so a double kink would be 2 flats.
So triple kink is 4 downs. Yeah, it was 4 downs. It was 4 downs.
Yeah.
Triple kink.
It was 4 downs. It's not there anymore.
I think like the biggest kink
I can't do it anymore.
In Marcus Garvey Park in Harlem. It was like
3
5.
kinks?
I think it was
5?
Like 5. It was just,
they were short, like farmer.
Yeah, it was just a great rail. It took forever to do because just what are the chances that you're gonna?
It's like you really gotta tell yourself to just fuck it. Like you gotta go along for the ride. You gotta stand up and fucking go for it. Yeah,
and don't be scared.
If you sit in the back seat, I don't know, but like farmer does it and he's like I don't know. Farmer's a different fucking person.
It's weird too when you guys like hang over it. Like when you go topside on it, like when people go topside on it, it's like, man, that's the ultimate level of commitment.
Yes, because
the other thing is soul and topsoil are your best friends on a kink rail. I mean, there's no easier. Like a Mizu is just
but straight up, harder. Man, front side, like all day. all day.
That's it, because that one's a
All
tough
day.
one. Because first of all, you pick up a lot of speed.
More speed.
A
Because
lot of speed.
if you think about surface area and shit like that, it's a lot of
The
plastic.
sole is
you're
a
slowing.
slow trick.
It's not going to be as fast when you're controlled with your sole foot, basically.
And your weight is pretty much
On
the
your
back.
sole foot, yeah.
So that's going to help you through the kinks. Whereas on the front side, you're right in between your 2 feet. So when you hit that first kink, you could get stuck on it.
Less surface area.
Or worse,
just
get
faster.
into like a split situation.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. Next thing you know, you're doing a split, going 25 miles an hour down a piece of metal.
Exactly.
It's not a good situation. Sole is way safe. Also with the front
That
side,
I never want to get down.
front side
again.
you're looking forward, whereas on a sole you're looking at the end of the rail.
Yep. But you did your first handrail as a front
Not
side.
saying it can't be done. Yeah.
Sick.
handrail.
It's sick. I did
First
my.
handrail, no, false. First handrail was a Macchio. It was that flat.
Oh
one
yeah, it was a
downtown.
flat bar.
Yeah, it was a flat
Flat
which
bar.
is also weird because people
Very
don't
weird.
like flat bars.
I think my first rail was definitely a front side.
Mine was
I know
sole.
it was a sole. Okay.
So
Yeah, I definitely did a front side first, or maybe it was a back side. I think that's a good safe one.
backside's safe too.
Yeah, it's a good I don't know what I'm doing kind of trick.
For sure.
It's like
All right.
I think
just
front
testing this
royale
out.
is a good.
If
safe
but,
trick.
I mean, by the time you're doing royales, you grinded more than a couple rails because
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the safety test. I think
Yeah,
back
yeah.
royale, not top sole for me
Okay,
or sole,
that's fair.
because the nut
Yeah,
safety.
yeah. Let's talk about nut safety.
Dude, nut safety, bro.
I just did a top acid and
I have a lot of
took
nut
one
safety
right-
on that
took
one.
one right. I thought I did, but you were there. And
Oh
it was
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Well,
Now
it
I
was
got
more your
credit
ass
carded.
though, right?
Well, yeah, but same general area. Through in between the legs, rapid speed rail coming up, body going down.
I see.
No joke.
Well, you know what Rob was saying is that a lot of skateboarders just stuff a bunch of shirts.
That's
in
what
their
I think
pants.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Whoa, that's like
Protect the goods.
Just right through the fucking gooch. Yeah,
t-shirt. Even an athletic cup.
dude, it's the worst. You never
It's
been
no
nutted
joke.
on anything,
no.
You could face serious
okay.
consequences
I
from
have.
getting nutted. Like
dude. It's bad. I mean, immediately you see stars, and yeah,
you can.
It's
I'll
fine.
be honest. I don't even like talking about this stuff. But dude, it's been years since I've had done a good nut on a rail. It's been a long time.
I wish I could
it
say
needs
the
to be
same.
talked about. That it's a serious
know.
part of skating,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's how to.
but
talk
not
to-
so much
here's
when
how
you
to
do a
talk to
front
your
side.
dog
Not so
about-
much when you do a front side, because you're sideways.
You're full send.
You're sideways. It's different.
Yeah, it's not.
When you're
Front
doing the
side's-
top sole.
yeah.
I mean, you just misplace.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Or if you're doing like a true Mizu and the feet get on the different sides of the rail, you're going down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
All right, let's wrap this sucker up. Well, y'all, you know what, Julian? I want to thank you again for coming on. Episode 2, man. This is still in the early stages, but it's cool to get our message out here, learn a little bit more about you, and announce the winners of the contest, man. So those people will certainly be getting their shit. Keep an eye out. Yung Julian section coming in 2020,
Coming
along
in
with
hot.
full feature clips and a section in there as well. But we have a separate one on the way.
as long
So-
as Tads.
As well as Tads and other stuff always. So thank you for tuning in. As always, subscribe to us on Instagram, YouTube at Tallboyz Blade Team. And check out, if you're looking for some CBD, check it out in Connecticut, the Remedy CBD. Always hooking us up. Tell them that we sent you, and I don't know, maybe they'll give you some extra shit, all right? Thank you, guys. Have a great night. We love you, and we will see you soon. Stay safe out there.
Reiki bless.